Fog Entertainment back with another review, and this time it is a movie review, and we are going back a few decades. We're going back to Kindergarten Cop. Of course, recent movie review was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so make sure you check out that. Definitely a different vibe, this movie, as we are back in 1990, seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger in action in a comedy movie. Comedy slash action movie, an action comedy, whatever you want to call it, where he is playing Detective John Kimbo. Get to the chopper. But yeah, like, we kick off this movie and like, you think you'd almost be forgiven for thinking it's not really anything to do with kids, because for the first part of it, it's not really. But basically, he's trying to catch Big Chris, played by Richard Tyson. Things don't really go in according to plan here. Like I don't. The start of this movie is not exactly brilliant. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, I'm not trying to put Kindergarten Cop on terms of, like Beverly Hills Cops or Lethal Weapon or, like Terminator, Predator, Rocky, etc. But the opening is a bit lackluster. Like, this movie is most known for Arnold and being diversive in his acting here. Because you know what? He acts with kids, and for a guy that's so used to being just jacked to the moon, fucking battering Predator left, right, and centre, being the Terminator, being this big, robotic, cold-hearted bastard machine, to actually being interacting here with kids and shit. I thought he did a very, very good job in this movie. And, yeah, but at the start, basically, his key witness, Joyce, I believe. Actually, no, not Joyce. Joyce is Dominic's mother, god damn it. But basically, his key witness, I can't actually remember what her name is. Is it Emma? It might be, but there's just a bunch of kids in this. But yeah, she basically jobs out big detective Crisp after he does manages to catch Crisp, so to speak, because Crisp, he actually arrests him in the shop in the mall. But he pulls a gun, and then like the mall cops arrive on the scene, and they're like, "No, man, we gotta check who this guy is." And I'm like, "This is fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger, man. This is John Kimbo, and you guys are questioning the legitimacy of this arrest." Well, Big John Kimbo disagrees with you. Pimp fucking hand across the coom. That should have dealt with the situation. Sadly, it doesn't in that hand. And then yeah, because of the witness, Schwarzenegger's basically sent undercover as a kindergarten cop to find out which of the children's mother and father is like the criminals here. But of course, in this case, it turns out that the mother ain't really. She was aware, but she can just testify and bring down Big Cullen Chris brother, Richard Tyson's character. But this is where the real like memorable parts of the movie kick off, where he's an undercover kindergarten cop. And just basically seeing it interacting with the kids, I think it's fucking brilliant, because they start just screaming and going ballistic, and he finally has enough. You see him rise up through the ashes, and he starts screaming, and then after the kids kind of realise, oh fuck, this guy's a big scary bastard, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. They all begin to start crying, and it's at this point Arnold then runs outside. You're thinking, is he going to flee for the job? Is he going to flee for the task at hand? No, Arnie runs into his like car. It's just like so 90s. This runs into his car. Well, I mean, not the fact that he whips out a ferret is so 90s, but he brings it in. He's like, you can only stroke him one at a time. And then basically they all like don't stroke him one at a time. Like, it's literally about 7 strokes at a time, sounding like a wee bit weird here. What we do is this kindergarten or a porno, man? But yeah, so they start stroking his ferret, sounding even more weirder as it goes on. And then yeah, basically we see him be late for the fire drill. I think it was like 4 minutes late his class were, and his class are kind of getting like the pitch clean ripped at them. But Arnie then trains them up, get the whistle. They then do the play, which was brilliant. Just seeing Arnie build this relationship with all these kids. I mean, but Arnie can't act, can he not? He's one-dimensional. He fucking smokes Leonardo DiCaprio at the fucking water. This every day of the week and twice on Sundays. It's as simple as that, man. He's just a fucking man. Anyway, Crisp is then like released due to the witness, and then the witness actually died of an overdose, so that is out the window. He then arrives in the town with his mother, and then him and his mother, he basically, I can't remember what the guy called, this mechanic guy tries to buy his son a Scalextric set. Crisp's like, well, I was going to buy it for 4 times the price. And why wouldn't the guy take the money? I get it, his kid wanted the Scalextrics, but he could have literally took the money and then went somewhere else and got the Scalextric set or said to his son, I tried to get you, but here, I'll get you something better. And he could have got him something better and still got like loads more money as well. Don't know why he gets it. Chris then basically meets him outside. It's like, you should have took it, John, or whatever the fuck the guy's name was. Knees him in the balls, then takes the scale electric set. So John, or Jobber, I think his name was actually Joyce. No, wasn't he Joyce? Joyce is the mother. Fucking hell, man, I'm all over the place with it. Is it Royce? It might have been Royce. So, very similar sounding name to Joyce, to be perfectly honest. Like, he should just took it. But no, what he ends with is a fucking knee in the plums and nae scale electric set for him. But as Crisp is trying to find out where his son is, he goes to the school, basically getting a wee tour around by the teacher. And as he's in there, he discovers his son Dominic. But they're like, Phoebe are actually playing with John here. That sounds dodgy. They're like the kids are playing with John, and then like as like he rises, like he erupts like a volcano, like all the kids, which is kind of like a cute scene, so to speak. Big Chris spots him. He's like, oh shit, what the fuck is he doing there? And it basically obviously puts two and two together that he is there. We also had a scene before this where like big Arnold Schwarzenegger confronts this guy who's beating his child, but as he's like going to batter him, like all the kids and these parents show up, and it's like, John can't do it. Then we get like a scene where Dominic and John are like out in the woods, and he's like telling him where he like sits and all. It was nice wee cute scene, to be honest. And we get two people playing Dominic, Christian and Joseph Cousins, so it must be twins or something along those lines. Early Dominic and later Dominic. Damn it. But then we get the final showdown. Chris basically sets the school on fire, then takes Dominic, and as he's taking Dominic, the kids are like, stranger, stranger, so Arnie chases after him. Arnie then puts the gun down, basically says, let him go free, and as Crisp is about to shoot John Kimbo, the ferret that Dominic has with him, Arnie's ferret, runs up, bites Crisp. As it bites him, he shoots the gun, shoots Arnie in the leg, and Arnie manages to drop Crisp and kills him. But as this is going on, his mother walks in, shoots Arnie a few more times. Arnie crawls to the back. His mother's about to end him, but as his mother, Chris's ma, arrived at the scene, she also ran over Phoebe. Phoebe walks in with his baseball bat, batters his ma, and then saves Arnie, right? And then it's like, oh, happy days are safe. Jack, he's safe. But then we get the best scene of the movie, in my opinion, was when Arnie returns after getting released from hospital, and then he goes in and the kids are reunited with him. A very heartwarming scene here, and I bet saved money. My sinuses were fucked, but it brought tears to my eyes seeing that scene here. And Kindergarten Cop, it's a very, very good heartfelt movie, man, with Arnie and the kids. Big Match John Kimbo and the kids. Anyway, guys, it's getting a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Arnold Schwarzenegger's the man. Till next time, leave your thoughts down below. Peace.